I'm County Commissioner Tim Burns, and I'm here with Bonnie Haynes, the Executive Director from the Oakland County Mediation Center. Bonnie, tell us, what is the Oakland County Mediation Center?
Oakland Mediation Center is a not-for-profit, volunteer-based organization. We were established in 1989 at the recommendation of the Oakland County Bar, actually. The citizens of Oakland County and beyond in Michigan were dissatisfied with the expensive, slow, adversarial litigation process. So it was recommended that we establish a clearinghouse for alternative dispute resolution. 10 years ago, we took all our experience from working with adults and moved into youth training programs, and that's a big focus of what we do today, helping people resolve conflict peacefully.
Now, I know you do some programs in the district courts to help out with mediation and small claims in some other areas. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We're in 6 of our 14 district courts here in Oakland County, and it depends on the court, but basically we're handling most small claims and landlord-tenant and a lot of general civil cases now, helping our judges and helping the folks resolve that conflict rather than perhaps losing, because in mediation you walk away with a win-win agreement.
Right. Now, can you tell us a little bit about who these mediators are who are working with your organization?
Sure. They come from every background. The most wonderful thing is they're volunteers and they want to give back to the community. So they can be anything from a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, a housewife, a contractor, any background, and they go through the 40-hour state court administrative office approved training that we deliver at our center. And some of our volunteers have been with us for 20 years. Actually, over 50% of them have been with us for 10 years. Great.
That's a really nice way to be involved in the community and have a positive impact, and I'm sure that your people who are using the mediation are appreciative of that service as well. So if someone's looking to volunteer, contact the Oakland County Mediation Center. I think it'd be a rewarding experience for a lot of people. Now, I first learned of your organization because I was working with the Oakland County schools and the prosecutor's office and the Oakland County government, and seeing what we could do to work on helping prevent bullying in our schools. And we worked through that program to get Oakland County schools to take more of a leadership role in the school districts, at making sure there's curriculum for both the students and the teachers to make sure they understood bullying and ways to prevent it. And part of that was working with your organization. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're helping stop bullying in the schools?
I'd love to tell you. Actually, last year we reassessed our programs and we moved to evidence-based and sustainable programs. So we brought on the Olveus Bullying Prevention Program, and we're actually there's only 4 trainers in Michigan. So in Oakland County there's only 3 trainers. We're the only agency offering this program. So what we do is we actually help jumpstart or implement these programs in schools. And just now our first school is coming on, and you'll be very impressed when you hear about it in our press release. It's about to come out.
All right. Sounds great. And in addition to physical or on-the-spot bullying, cyberbullying is starting to become more and more prevalent. In fact, there's a story in the news about how a girl that was being harassed through Facebook and through email actually led to her committing suicide. You have a program that actually addresses that, don't you?
Yes, actually it's an outreach program that we provide called iSafe, where we go out to communities, anyone who will listen or have us, and talk to them about just exactly what the dynamics are and how to keep your kids safe at home. Very simple skills and techniques that parents need to have the awareness of.
Okay. And what are some other programs that you have that you're working with our youth that you would want people to know about?
Oh, we have great programs. We have a violence prevention program called Second Step, and we actually have just finished a whole year of implementing that in Rochester schools.
Great.
And from there we go to Peers Making Peace. We're the only trainers in Michigan of Peers Making Peace. It's the only evidence-based, proven peer mediation program, and we've trained that at probably 50 schools in Oakland County. Then our new programs are truancy mediation. We're very excited about this proven program we brought in from Ohio, and victim offender mediation to get the kids out of the court system as soon as they land in.
Right. Now, if someone's watching out now and they're like saying, I don't think my school district's doing this, I don't think my community's doing this, what do they need so that they can partner with your organization to move forward on some of these programs?
Well, really it's a willingness or an openness to understand that kids are not born with skills to resolve conflict. Once there's that willingness, we can educate and we can help find the funding. Funding's very short these days. We've lost our Title IV funding for right now, the federal grant that was funding most of these programs. But there still are people out there very willing to partner. We're working with different agencies. I was just today with a community coalition at a local high school trying to find a way to bring these programs to the whole district.
Right. Now, if someone wants to support your organization, do you have any fundraisers or ways they can help you move forward with these programs?
Yes, you can go to our website and make a wonderful contribution. We always appreciate that. And we have 2 fundraisers a year that we're just doing this to fund our youth programs.
Okay. And, you know, oftentimes people say, well, bullying is just a rite of passage when you're growing up. Why is fighting bullying so important?
The dynamic of bullying is the same as domestic abuse. And it's a dynamic that no child should have to endure. 10 years ago, we didn't have any programs to address this because we didn't understand what it is.
Right.
Now we have the tools to combat it.
Okay. And have you had any positive feedback from your programs so far?
Oh my goodness. Well, our mediation programs, we have a satisfaction rate of over 92% in all of our court programs. And then in our school programs, we have testimonial after testimonial, and I could tell you stories forever about wonderful things. Just when we were in Benton Harbor last fall, the day after we trained, I got a text message from one of the administrators saying we just saved 2 kids.
Oh, wow. That's really makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it?
It is.
So we have a few minutes still to talk. Let's talk a little bit about mediation. If someone's watching and they're thinking, well, I need to go to court on something, I'm not sure if I want to do mediation because that might not be what I'm used to. People need to hire attorneys, or I don't know if I can trust this person to help me out. Can you tell us a little bit about what people should be aware of if they're going into a mediation or an arbitration?
Sure.
And you don't do arbitrations, do you?
No, no, we don't. We do purely facilitative mediation, and what folks need to know is that they're totally empowered, they're in control, they're making the decision all the way through the process, which is very different from going before a judge or an arbitration where someone else is going to make the decision for you. Mediation is a very simple process that's facilitated by a neutral person whose role is to make sure that everyone is heard at the table. So they go through the role of the mediator, what the rules are, like we're going to be civil here, and then the parties share their information, the mediator is cleansing it, making sure everybody hears what's being said. Then they move to identifying what do I need to feel better or to resolve this situation. After needs comes solution. Once we know what we need, we can find a resolution. Then we write it up, and it's a contract under contract law.
Great. Now, if we talked about the district courts and we talked about what you're doing with the youth. Is there any other services that you provide?
Oh, sure. We receive a lot of cases from the circuit court. We mediate cases that are evaluated at $25,000 and under. We do access and visitation mediation for the friend of the court when parents who've divorced can't decide on visitation for the child, for the children on the summer or the weekend. We also have a marital dissolution program for folks who are not having a lot of assets or properties, and they can negotiate their divorce for no fee.
Oh, wow, that's great. And I'm sure a lot of people like that price. No fee is always a good fee, right?
That's the important thing. We're funded through the State Court Administrative Office, so all indigents don't pay for our services, our mediation services.
Now, if someone wants to contact you, how do they do that?
They can call me at my line, 248-338-4280, extension 212, or access us. All of our programs are on our website at www.mediation-omc.org.
Okay. Well, thank you for being on the show tonight and for the great work you're doing for Oakland County.
Thank you very much.